right, we'll go ahead and start. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Queena Liu, and I am the manager of social impact. I oversee SFO's diverse and small business programs. Today, I'm joined by my team members, Jerica Howell and Colette Lamb, who will be also going over some slides with us. Um, Again, welcome to the virtual session on how to become small business enterprise concession certified, also known as SBEC. Next slide. Just some housekeeping to go over here. This meeting is currently being recorded. Participants will not have video or microphone capabilities during the presentation. You may utilize the chat and Q&A functions throughout the presentation. All questions will be answered at the end of the presentation. Next slide. In this workshop, we will cover the following topics: an overview of the small business element of the Airport Concession Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program, information about the Small Business Set-Aside Concession Opportunity, steps on how to become SBEC certified, a question and answer session at the end. Next slide. Here's a slide about our new small business element of the ACDBE program. And ACDBE stands for Airport Concession Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. Just wanted to go over that we are committed to small businesses and that SFO was one of the first U.S. airports to open our small business office over 30 years ago. Over the years, the airport had developed many programs to support small and diverse businesses, including certify ACDBE as prime concessionaires. Some examples include small business set-aside programs, such as this opportunity that's coming up or that's already available on our website. Other examples include unbundling contracts, our pop-up program, where small businesses build on this foundation to expand opportunities further. What is the small business element? This is a new initiative introduced by SFO as part of our Airport Concession Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program to support small businesses further. The goal of this element is to create opportunities for businesses that may not yet qualify for full ACDBE status, but are still a vital part of the community and contribute to the diversity and local economy. And why does it matter? The SBE element is designed to help small businesses thrive in competitive airport environment by providing tailored support and a more accessible entry point. It is a mechanism to support leveling the playing field for small and diverse businesses to participate in airport concession opportunity. Also, it encourages innovation, local economic development, and diversity throughout more inclusive business practices. Some key benefits include access for small businesses. It helps navigate the complex airport system. It also bridges the gap to full ACDBE status. Next slide. So the request for proposal for this upcoming, for this RFP, the Diane Feinstein International Terminal Food and Beverage Lease is a small business set-aside, which can be found on the website displayed on this screen here. This concession opportunity is a quick-serve restaurant located in the pre-security in the International Terminal G food court. This is a 3-year term with 1 2-year option. For additional information about the lease, you can contact Sammy Liang of Revenue Development and Management. Her information can be found in the RFP. This opportunity is classified as a concession and is subject to regulations under the ACDBE program. Firms must be certified as Tier 1 Small Business Enterprise Concession, SBEC, to qualify for this concession opportunity. I wanted to highlight some important due dates. Please apply for the Tier 1 SBEC certification by May 6, 2025, which is 15 days from the submittal deadline. Other important dates include the submittal portal opens on May 14th at 2 o'clock, and the submittal portal closes on May 21st at 2 p.m. Now I will hand it over to Jerka Howe, whom a lot of you may have met at the information conference, to review the Tier 1 SBEC eligibility. Jerka? Jerka, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So here is the eligibility for Tier 1 SBEC. Most of you probably heard me present this last week informational conference, but I just want to repeat, in order to be eligible for Tier 1 SBEC, you have to be a for-profit small business concern whose annual gross receipt include affiliates. So if you have other other share with another business, we'll ask for the average of over last 5 years. And if you don't have 5 years in business, we will ask over the length of the time the business has been in business. If it's less than 5 years. So we will ask for the last 5 years average of your gross receipt that will not be exceed the 7.5 millions. So again, the 7.5 million is different from the ACDBE threshold. So please keep in mind that your 5 years gross receipt cannot exceed 7.5 millions. And next thing that we're looking at is at least 51% ownership by individuals whose personal net worth does not exceed 2.047 million. So the 2.047 million will exclude the equity in the property residence. So that's not including your primary residence, the equity in the applicant's firm, so the value of your business. And then lastly, the retirement accounts. So these are the two eligibility requirements that we'll be looking into. Once your firm gets certified or certified as SBEC, your certification will be good for the whole year. And then before the anniversary due date, we will reach out to you again and see if you will be interested in renewal. So every year we would have to do the renewal. Yeah, so that's the eligibility. I'll turn it back to you, Karina.
Great, thanks, Jerka. So now I will provide an overview of the SBEC certification process. And so earlier, Jerka had mentioned about the definition of Tier 1. So for the certification application or form, you can contact our office for a copy of the form, or you can visit the website to download the form. Colette, can you please drop the website in the chat or provide both forms, including the SBEC certification form as well as the personal net worth form. And so in the form, you can apply for either Tier 1 or Tier 2 or both. As Jerka explained earlier, Tier 1, which is defined as a for-profit business with gross receipt not exceeding 7.5 million. Tier 2 doesn't apply for this opportunity. However, I wanted to point out that Tier 2 has a higher business size standard, and the threshold in gross receipts is 56.42 million, average over the most recent 5-year period, including gross receipts of affiliate businesses. This threshold mirrors the ACDBE business size standards, and therefore, if you are certified as an ACDBE, you would automatically qualify for Tier 2. Also, not all ACDBE certified firms qualify for this set-aside. Only ACDBE certified firms within the Tier 1 SBEC category qualifies, because the threshold for Tier 1 is 7.5. For ACDBE, the threshold is 56.42 million. Step 2 of this process, you will need to complete the personal net worth statement, which is embedded in the SBEC certification form. And so in the form, you will see a link where you can click on it to access the most recent PNW form through the U.S. Department of Transportation. And so the purpose of the PNW, which is short for personal net worth. The PNW form is to calculate your personal net worth and to ensure that your net worth does not exceed 2.047 million. And that's a current update from last year through the U.S. Department of Transportation. The previous personal net worth threshold was 1.32 million. So that was adjusted based on the economy, etc. Step 3 of the process, you would have to gather all the required documents, including business tax returns for the last 5 years, including those of affiliated businesses to verify business size standards, as well as your personal tax return for the most recent 3 years for the firm's owner, and this is to verify personal net worth. And so once you submit your SBEC certification form and required documents, SFO will review your documentation and your application, and then we would advise you of our determination within 15 days to see if you are eligible to be certified for these programs. Step 6, SFO will send your firm a certification letter to certify SBEC firms. Please include the letter in your proposal submission as proof of your certification. Your firm will also be listed in the SBEC directory. Step 7, SBEC certification is valid for 1 year, as Jerica had mentioned. It's valid for 1 year from the date of the SBEC certification letter. And so please contact our team annually to renew your certification. Our team will try to reach out to you as well to remind you to renew the certification. Next, I will briefly review the SBEC certification form as well as the personal net worth form. The form on the SBEC certification first and second page provides instructions and definition of the different certification, including the definition for Tier 1 and Tier 2. Please note that SBEC certification is trade specific, which means firms will only be eligible to propose SBEC opportunity if the available opportunity aligns with the firm's approved trade. For example, if I own a retail business and I get certified as an SBEC in retail, I cannot apply for this food and beverage opportunity unless I'm certified in food and beverage. Next slide. On pages 3 and 4 of this form, please indicate which program you are applying for. The options are Tier 1, Tier 2, or both. If you are certified ACDBE, you will automatically qualify for Tier 2 SBEC. On this page, please complete your contact information and your business profile. If there are multiple owners, please specify the ownership percentage. Note that the applicants must collectively hold at least 51% ownership of the firm to apply. And please include gross receipts accordingly. Next slide. Okay. And just a reminder that all Tier 1 SBEC applicants must submit the application and required documents. Please sign the form and affidavit on pages 5 and 6 and email the completed forms and required documents to our office at smallbusiness@flysfo.com. Please let us know if you prefer to submit your documents in person. We can arrange that at the Business and Career Center. You can give us a call. We can, get in touch with you and set up a time if you feel more comfortable in submitting the documents in person. Next, I will go over the personal net worth statement. The personal net worth statement is a key part of the certification application. It helps determine whether an individual meets the economic disadvantaged criteria for the certification. The first 2 pages are instructions on how to fill out the statement. Next page. So on page 3 of the PNW form, for step 1, it's really important for you to gather all necessary documentations such as recent personal tax returns, bank statements, vehicle titles, and loan balances, because you would have to enter all of your assets on the left-hand side of the column, and then liabilities will be on the right-hand side of the column. Step 2, please make sure you complete the personal information section. Step 3, list all your assets. This includes cash, investment accounts, real estate, personal property, ownership in other businesses, life insurance, assets held in trusts, and assets that were transferred. And then for liability, list your liabilities, including mortgages on real estate, loans on life insurance, and other liability. And then step 3, it's for you to calculate your net worth, which equals to total assets on the left side, subtracting total liabilities on the right side. And so to qualify, again, your net worth must be below $2.04 million. And this excludes your personal residence, your ownership interest in applicant business, and retirement assets. Next page. And so pages 4 to 9 contain worksheets that help you gather information about your assets and liability to calculate your P&W on page 3. The next page also includes more worksheets. And the last page it's important to ensure that you read the declaration, sign and date the personal net worth statement. Next page. Great. So I know that this is a lot of information. And so if you would like to review this process in person, please contact us and we can schedule an appointment with one of our team members. We're located at the Business and Career Center in the International Terminal, right across from the medical clinic. Or you can just, give us a call or send us an email.